Okay, so I've put up a few videos of my wood chip sports football, which are the base bones. This is the completed game, utterly finished. I've completed the 1966 NFL season, including Kansas City Chiefs. They're all rated. All I need to do is type up the rules, and then I need to type up the team sheets, and I need to type up the 1966 actual NFL schedule, and then all of that would come together with the game. What I have is a set of huddle now, right? So again, you know roughly how the game works if you watch the other wood chip videos, but again, that was base bones. This is finished. So we got the full huddle. This is the game engine right here. We have all of the potential rating chips for teams. And we're going to play the very first game of the year, Game 1, Week 1. This was a night game between the Baltimore Colts at the Green Bay Packers. I will also track statistics, and at the end of the game, produce a box score of full statistics. So hang in there. Wood chip sports football. I'm currently working on wood chip boxing as well. So we are playing Baltimore Colts at the Green Bay Packers. The Colts are rated solely with a defensive key chip. So their team, Unitas, they were an aging team, 9-5. Nobody really stood out. Their defense had moments, but really requires a key. The Green Bay Packers were 2-12 champions, beat Kansas City soundly in the Super Bowl. They have an offensive star and a defensive star chip that goes into the huddle. My game is a possession-based series drive game. Home team always gets to start first. Home team always gets the ball dead last in the second half. And here we go. We're going to start off with the very first possession by the Green Bay Packers. Again, night game, 1966. This is wood chip sports football replay of 1966, very first game of the 66 season. Let's see what Green Bay does. Oh, we got to put in the key chip for Baltimore. And here we go. Let's find out who can win this opener. All right, so we've got a key chip stands. We got the linebacker chip stands. We got the DB chip that stands. We got the quarterback chip all by his lonesome. A DL chip. It's a pass. And, of course, Bart Starr did not stand out. The PK is irrelevant. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive chips. Means a turnover. So Green Bay on their first possession, it's a pass. So it's going to be intercepted by Baltimore. And we got to jot down our ticks. So Green Bay had a QB show up. And that's it. The Baltimore team had a DB show up, had the key show up, had the DL show up, had the linebacker show up, and they end up with a turnover. So Green Bay has a turnover, and Baltimore now gets their first place, and they get to keep an offensive chip on the board. They're going to keep live to simulate a short field in the turnover. Johnny Unitas is already in play. The key comes out for Baltimore's defense. The star linebacker goes in for the Green Bay Packers. This would represent their linebacking core or their Ray Nitschke, right? And then of course Bart Starr's star comes out. Here we go. Baltimore has a really good chance to score a touchdown here in Green Bay after picking off Bart Starr. Let's find out what happens. It is linebacker, DB, OL, quarterback, pass, place kick irrelevant. No, place kick's going to be accurate because that's going to mean he misses it. Defense, outnumbers offense. It's a failed field goal. So they march down the field and they miss a field goal. Does Baltimore? Baltimore has their QB show up. They have their offensive line show up. DB shows up for the Packers, and linebacker shows up twice. There we go. We got to take out Nietzsche, right? We got to put back in the huddle all of these chips, right? And we put in the key chip, and we put in the quarterback chip, and we go into the huddle for Green Bay's second possession. It is 0-0 midway through the first quarter. Green Bay's second drive. Their second drive is looking better. Wide receiver, run. Punt might be irrelevant. Blitz, running back. There it is. So we end up with neither of the stars showing up on offense or defense, but we do end up with 1, 2, 3 versus 1. So we end up with a field goal for Green Bay. Green Bay drives down the field and hits a field goal. Green Bay ends up with offensive line, wide receiver, running back, right? And a blitz for Baltimore is beat. They beat the blitz to line themselves up for a field goal, and that is a advantage. Key comes out, this goes in, punt kick goes back in. Baltimore's final possession of the first quarter, 1966, at night in Green Bay, and we get quarterback, we get running back, we get DB, DL, and it's a pass play. These don't matter, but what ends up happening? It's a first down. So Baltimore driving the ball gets a first. Okay, so let's jot this down first. DL and DB, quarterback Johnny Unitas, running back, right, and he's going to get to keep one down. So when you get a first down, that's an advantage to the offense as they're driving down the field. So quarterback's going to stay in play, and now they get to pitch these again, trying for a better chance to score now that their quarterback's active. Here we go. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Nope, linebacker, DL, place kick. So this is going to add up. 1, 2, 3. It's going to add up to a missed field goal. So Baltimore drives in close and misses a field goal. Not good. So wide receiver comes into play. Linebacker, DL, and that will conclude the first quarter of play. Quarterback was automatically in play, right? We have to take out this now, right? And that ends the first half. It is first quarter. Green Bay's up 3-0 in 1. All right, Green Bay throws their quarterback in the huddle, and the key linebacker, Mad Dog Mike Curtis, goes in for Baltimore. And Green Bay's first possession of the second quarter. Here we go. Let's find out. Right now, it's a close game. All right, we got wide receiver, running back, OL, and one blitz. So we're going to get a field goal from Green Bay. Green Bay drives down the field, hits a long field goal. These two stars didn't show up. We get a wide receiver for Green Bay. We get the running back involved for Green Bay. We get the offensive lineman involved for Green Bay. We get a blitz from the Colts, and it leads to a field goal. All right, now we pull out the key. We pull out the QB. And this, of course, the second possession of the second quarter for Baltimore. Baltimore's in this ball game. It's only 6-zip. They just need to light it up and get a touchdown drive going here. They get a DL, a blitz, a DB. This isn't going to look good. And it's going to be a failed field goal again. BC misses field goal. We get running back involved for Baltimore. We get the DL involved. We get another blitz. And we get a DB. Wow, not good. So we're going to put this back here, this here. And, of course, our key goes in as Green Bay closing out their last possession of the first half. Green Bay only up by 2 field goals in a dogfight, a defensive battle on the opening weekend. Oh, again, neither one of the stars show up. Blitz, DB, running back, OL. Well, what we do end up here with is a first down drive. Green Bay now, they're going to keep that RB out. So we got to write this down. RB for Green Bay, OL for Green Bay, DB for Baltimore, and blitz for Baltimore. Okay, and we're going to keep that running back in play as they keep driving down the field, trying to get a touchdown to go in at halftime with maybe a little broader lead. Let's see. Wide receiver, quarterback, this could be the touchdown. Wow, again, another tie. No, excuse me. Green Bay gets a field goal. They get 3. I forgot they had the running back. So we get RB, quarterback, wide receiver, DL for Baltimore, and that's it for Baltimore right there. So last possession before halftime, Baltimore Colts. We pull out the quarterback, we pull out the key, we put in Ray Nietzsche, and there we go. Ray Nietzsche, what's his name? Nitschke. Why do I keep saying Nietzsche? Nitschke. Here we go. Let's find out if Baltimore can make this interesting. It is currently 9. It is currently, 9-0. This looks interesting. Place kick may be out. Quarterback, Ray Nitschke. Okay, it's going to be a failed field goal. Again, BC, Baltimore misses another field goal. That is so sad. And there it is. At halftime, it is 3. 6. It is 9-zip at halftime. Unbelievable how well the Baltimore defense is playing. Oh, I forgot to do this, right? That was a missed field goal. So it was quarterback. What was it? It was quarterback and running back. And they had LB, DL, and DB. Whew, got to remember to do the stats, or we're not going to end up with accurate stats at the end. Okay, here we go. Now it's visitor starts out. Baltimore Colts come out after halftime. They start out. And again, Green Bay has the advantage here with an extra defensive chip. And there's no offensive rating for Baltimore Colts. So here we go. It is DB, DL, linebacker. This is going to be a turnover, I'm afraid. There it is. Look at this. We got quarterback passing. 1, 2, 3, 4 is intercepted. So BC, the Baltimore Colts are intercepted. So that's going to be a turnover for them. DL played a big role. DB steps in front of a pass, picks it off with the help of pressure from Nitschke. Gosh, I can't believe it. And the rest of the linebackers create a turnover. And, of course, Johnny Unitas involved in that play. Intercepted. That means Green Bay gets to keep out one of these. They're going to keep out the quarterback as Green Bay is going to go into this short field with an advantage, although Baltimore does get a defensive chip to help their odds. Green Bay trying to get a touchdown finally. Quarterback, OL, DB, LB. They get the quarterback chip. There it is. So they're going to score a field goal. Unbelievable. Green Bay kicks another field goal. Either way, they'll take it. Quarterback gets 2. So he played a couple of major plays on that drive, did Bart Starr. The offensive line made a good play. And the DBs for Baltimore showed up on a play, and the linebackers showed up, but not enough to keep them from scoring another field goal. Baltimore Colts now desperate. Their key didn't work. Baltimore takes the field. Their final possession of the third period. They really do need to get on the board. This is going to be ugly if they get shut out in the opening week. Oh well. Oh, there's Nitschke, excuse me, quarterback. DB, they're gonna miss another kick. Unbelievable. So I don't know who their kicker was. I don't have it in the top of my head right now, but it's sad. Baltimore offensive line. DB played a role again. Linebacker and linebacker. So linebackers dominating for Green Bay in this game. Wow, that was not good. And the key goes in. Bart Starr goes in. Green Bay's final possession of the third period. They pretty much have this one at the rate Baltimore's playing offense. Let's see. We've got a quarterback up. It's a running play. The DL steps up. The blitz is there. Wide receivers there. Running backs there. It's going to be a field goal, Green Bay. Man, Green Bay can do nothing but drive down the field and get field goals. Quarterback, wide receiver, running back, DL, blitz, and that's all she wrote for that. We're going to take out quarterback plus. Here we go, Baltimore to start the fourth quarter. They really need some touchdowns here. Baltimore Colts are struggling. That was another 6 points for Green Bay. It is now 15 to nothing on defensive play by the Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers did have the top defense in football. They gave up about 9 points a game. So this is exactly how good that defense was, really. They gave up 163 points a game in 14 games. So you do the math. It's about 11 points a game, maybe. Here we go. 12 points a game. DL, quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker, and unfortunately, the linebacker did not step up. So it's a running play, gets a first down. So this helps Baltimore as they now have an advantage. They're going to keep Johnny Unitas is having a drive. They're going to leave Johnny in. And here we go. We got to shuffle him again. Come on, Baltimore. Get in the end zone. Make this game interesting here in the fourth quarter. It is linebacker, wide receiver. Oh, I forgot to write those down. Darn it. Well, we had a quarterback, and I had a running back, and then we had an LB and a DB. Those were our ties. Okay, now we've got DL, running back. It's going to be a field goal. Finally, field goal for BC after a nice drive. Quarterback gets one. Running back touches it. Wide receiver gets it. Linebackers for Green Bay kicking butt. DL. Okay, and Bart Starr back in the game on offense for And the key, Mad Dog Mike Curtis and that Baltimore defense that could be great when they were right on. Here we go. This is the first possession of the fourth quarter for Green Bay as they are well in charge. They're probably going to win this easily. Here it goes. It's a pass. The quarterback steps up. The running back's playing a role. DB steps up. DL steps up. And it's going to be a first down for Green Bay. Quarterback, nice play. Running back involved again. DB getting involved. DL getting involved. And they get to keep one of these out. They're going to keep out running back as Paul Hornig and Jim Taylor represent one heck of a running game for Green Bay. Here we go. Still driving. This is they got a first down. They're on a long drive. And not going to show up. Not going to show up. Oh, well, this could be a touchdown. Quarterback. RB, yep, touchdown Green Bay. Finally, Green Bay puts the game away with a long running touchdown drive. Green Bay with a run, TD, outstanding. OL plays a role on that drive. Running back plays a role on that drive. Wide receiver plays a role on that drive. Quarterback plays a role on that drive. And defense had nothing on that. Holy cow. So they literally were obliterated when they got down close. Baltimore Colts, final possession of the game for the Baltimore Colts. They can't win it, but they can get on the board would be nice, right? They've got a field goal. Wouldn't it be nice to get the touchdown? Finish strong, Johnny Unitas and company on the opening week. And I don't know if they will. It is quarterback. Hey, looking good though. Wide receiver, they're going to get another field goal. They sure are. So field goal, final score for Baltimore in that quarter is going to be 6. Well, no, they could return an interception on Green Bay's final possession. So we get running back for Baltimore, quarterback for Baltimore, wide receiver for Baltimore. Defensive line shows up on the drive. All right, last drive for Green Bay to wrap this game up. They've got it won, but can Baltimore get a pick 6 or something? They could. If all 5 of these chips are defense, they will return this for a touchdown, defensively scoring 7. And it is not going to be, it's going to be 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Look at that, a tie. That's unbelievable. So we're going to have a first down. Quarterback plays a big role, wide receivers, and a good key slows them down. But guess what? Green Bay on the final drive is going to have a first down. They get to keep one of these out. They're going to keep out Bart. No, they're going to keep out the quarterback. So Bart Starr gets 2 on that. Wide receiver gets 1. DL gets 1. LB gets 1. And the key gets 1. There it is. So we get to keep that alive. So the odds are Green Bay is going to add to their lead at the end of the game here. So on this final drive, does Green Bay get a touchdown or a field goal? Let's see. Key, DB, DL. Nope, they're not going to score, are they? No, it's going to be another first down. This time the quarterbacks and the running backs playing a role. So QB gets 2. Running back gets 1. DB gets 1. Key gets 1. DL gets 1. Okay, and it's another first down. Here we go. So they get to keep 2 out now. They're going to keep those running backs involved. At this point, Green Bay's got to score a touchdown. I would think now magically on this final, the long drive, 2 first downs, big drive. This just abstractly represents a real long, time-eating drive in the final possession of the game. And it is Key, OL, wide receiver, 2 more. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a touchdown, Green Bay. They finish with a running touchdown. Run TD Green Bay. How about that? And we get OL. We get RB. We get quarterback. We get wide receiver. Boy, their offense really did kick butt today. And a key. Only thing they got was a key on that one. And that's it. Game over. Let's write this down. Field goal, touchdown. Touchdown. 17 points for Green Bay in the 4th. Now, that's the Super Bowl team I expected to see. Baltimore gets 2 field goals. So they at least got on the board 6 to 20. Let's see here. 17, 26, 32 to 6. Baltimore goes into Green Bay and gets thumped by the future Super Bowl champs. Green Bay Packers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our huddle. Right there. And the place kicker right there. So we had a few missed field goals from both teams. It was a defensive struggle. Poor kicking in the 60s, not a surprise. So let's go ahead and do stats. Let's show you how this works now. So Baltimore, for pass attempts, we add up the quarterback ticks, the receiver ticks, and the defensive back ticks of the opposite team. So he threw 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 attempts, and you add up receiver and DBs for completions. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. He was 10 of 19 was Johnny Unitas. Now he's the loser, so we multiply the loser by 5 yards per attempt. 19 times 5, 95 yards is all he could do against this team. He was intercepted once. No fumbles, but he was intercepted once. He did not throw a touchdown pass. So 1 INT. Johnny Unitas has seen better days. So for running backs, we add up RBs, OLs, and DLB of the opposing team for carries. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 25. 26 rushes for the Baltimore Colts. And they multiply that by the losing average, 26 times 3.3 in my rule book. And this is all in the rules on how to make your stats. 86 yards rushing. So this was a very, very poor game by the Colts. They had 19 plus 26. They had only 45 plays total. And they only had 95 plus 86. Green Bay 86 plus 95. Green Bay dominated this game, holding them to 45 plays for 181 yards. Green Bay did have 2 long drives in the game. Green Bay had 1, 2, 3 drives that created a next step, and that really took plays away from. So let's now do Green Bay. So the quarterback had 10, 11, 15, 16, so 15, 16, 17, 18 and 5, 23 passes for Bart Starr, and the completions were 5, 6, 7, 12. 12 of 23 for Bart Starr, 23 times 8 yards per pass for the winner, 184 yards passing. He did not throw a TD. He did throw an INT. So there's Bart Starr. Running is going to be huge for Green Bay here. 5, 10, 15, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, counting the keys. 28 rushes for Green Bay. 28 times 4.2 for the winning team is 28 carries for 118 yards. Green Bay was going to finish with 28 plus 23, 51 total snaps for 184 plus 118 for 302 yards. Green Bay's ball control offense and their brilliant defense wins. So Baltimore dominated, had 1 turnover. Green Bay had 1 turnover. They both missed field goals. Let's see here. Baltimore missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field goals. Baltimore made 2. So Baltimore was 2 of 5 on field goal attempts. That's about right back in the day. Green Bay made 1, 2, 3, 4. They were 4 for 4 on field goals. So there you go for Green Bay. So just all the way around, Green Bay, who in reality was 12-2, won the Super Bowl, made them 13-2. Baltimore was a 9-5 team, never made the playoffs. There you have it. There's our first game. Green Bay at home, Game 1, Week 1, 1966, 32-6. Had 302 yards of offense, gave up 181. What a brilliant, brilliant little... This is called wood chip sports football. And these are the completed teams. These are our rating chips. This is what's called the game engine or the huddle. And all of the chips that are valid go into the huddle, and then we snap the ball. We then decide which players make big plays or which strategies like blitz or key show up. And there it is. We find out the results based on the chip matchups, and we end up with legitimate football quickly, easily. And then, of course, if you want to track it using my formulas, you're going to come away with pretty good. Oh, actually, Unitas there was a blitz here, so Unitas actually had another pass attempt. So this is slightly off. Oh, wow, and they had 4 blitzes, so 27 snaps times. So we got to change this. 27 times 8 He threw for 216. Yes, even better. 216. And Colts actually had 20 times, so that's 100 yards. So he actually had 100 yards passing, which is going to make this 186 total offense. No big deal, but it does matter. And the total plays now 46 plays. And of course, 4 more here, 55 plays. Let's see here. He had an extra, he had 184. So 216 minus 184. It's another 32 yards of offense. So 334 yards of offense was Green Bay. So I forgot to add the blitzes to the pass attempts. Keys are added to run attempts for the opposing team. Blitzes are added to pass attempts of the opposing team. And we end up with a pretty interesting stat blocks as well. We can see exactly how many plays the quarterback was involved in. We can see how many plays the receivers were involved in. We can then track with DBs and blitzes how much they were involved in pass plays, and that's going to give us every single snap, basically. Thank you. Good day.